Hey there, Radford. Today I'm going to be reviewing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, the new game by PopCap Games. I've been waiting a really long time for this game, so I'm really excited to be doing this review right now. For those of you who've been living in the dark and don't know what Plants vs. Zombies is, it's kind of like a tower defense game that was for the iPhone and I think it's also for PC. But EA and their fascination with shooters caused them to bring it into the shooter market. And EA, with their other fascination with sticking it to Call of Duty, decided to name it Garden Warfare. The game is $40 right now in the Xbox Live Marketplace, which is kind of unprecedented for a game, coming out at launch, which is essentially a complete game. All it's missing is like a real campaign. So, sadly, I can't review a campaign that isn't there. But I'm going to go right into the Garden Ops mode, which is essentially like Gears of War Horde mode, where they pretty much just throw wave after wave of zombies at you, and you have to defend your garden as best as you can. There you can see me playing as a Sunflower, which is kind of like a healer. That's my favorite character just because I like being the support/medic type. Each character has their own unique abilities and adds a different level of support to the group. Garden Ops lets you get nostalgic and plant some friends from the older Plants vs. Zombies game that helps you defend your garden just like a tower defense game. There's a lot of strategy involved as the waves get harder, so it's not entirely running and gunning like many other Horde modes tends to be. Every fifth wave, they throw a boss wave roulette at you. You can see here that my team got a jackpot in this one, which is always a nice surprise. But the boss waves sometimes give you these massive behemoths that you and your team have to work together to take down, and that adds a really cool challenge to the mix. If you can take down the 10th wave, Crazy Dave announces that he's on his way to pick you up, and it launches a chase scene to get to the landing zone. Once you get to the landing zone, you have to defend the hill until he arrives so you can escape. So it's kind of like what Titanfall is trying to do. I really hope more games start to do this because I always love that kind of change of pace. I give Garden Ops a 4 out of 5 just because I can see it getting old pretty fast when all you can do is 10 waves and then they make you stop. I want a game type where you can go as long as you can without dying, which is what they do in split screen mode. I just want to see it done online. Now the other important game type, the versus multiplayer, plays a lot like Battlefield. You can either play as plants or zombies. Both teams are very different from each other, but at no point did I ever feel like it's harder to play as one team or the other. They balance out pretty nicely. In all honesty, I do prefer being the plants just because the Sunflower is the master race, and I really just love being the Sunflower. I actually kind of suck at the multiplayer, but I have a blast every time. Every class is fully customizable characters, so you might see somebody rolling up in a Hot Rod Chomper or an ISP Shooter or something like that. So that adds a whole other level of incentive to keep playing to earn up coins to buy more character parts. What I want to see out of this multiplayer is a non-stagnant playlist. Halo did a really good job of that by cycling out new game types every week so that the multiplayer didn't get boring with the same stuff every day. If they do that, the multiplayer gets a 5 out of 5 for me. Overall, the game is fantastic. I only really had one problem with it, and that was the boss mode. It's only comparable to Battlefield's Commander mode where you sit at a map screen and drop aid for your teammates and watch the action happen, which sounds fun, right? Wrong. Plays a bit like this. Yeah, it's dreadfully boring. But hey, to each their own, right? As a game overall, this game gets a 5 out of 5 because it doesn't try hard to be Battlefield. It doesn't go for realism points because that's not what a lot of gamers want. We want something fun, something different. Garden Warfare does just that. It's also the most clever game I've played in a while. With all the graffiti on the walls drawn by the zombies to the puns and the achievements, the makers did a really good job of making the creativity flow with this game. It plays smoothly, it's kid-friendly, and you'll spend countless hours trying to unlock all the characters. For $40 in the marketplace, I definitely recommend this game to everyone. If you don't have an Xbox, get one just for this game. That's what I did. Thanks for watching this review, and have a good week.